Good morning, you guys, it's Karen, and I am filming in another different location. I'm in the corner of my living room, and I can't, the sun is too bright to film in my studio, and I can't use the dining room because it's covered in paperwork for the reasons I'll tell you in a moment. If you are here just to see the Deciem haul, I will put a link so that you can just click on the bit and go straight to the haul if you don't want to listen to me talking about life updates. There has been some really terrible news this week, and it's been a very sad week for us. I think I've mentioned it before that Kev's dad has Parkinson's, and he's been in and out of hospital over the past at least year, possibly year or two, more and more frequently, with falls and problems with blood pressure and mobility, you know, the things that Parkinson's causes. And I know about Parkinson's because that's what my nan had. So Kev would obviously go and visit his dad in hospital and, you know, taking things in. He would ferry his mum to and from the hospital. Between him and his brother, they did that. And his mum was his carer. She, you know, did everything while he was at home. So we were stunned when on Monday this week, his mum was found deceased at home, not long after visiting her husband. So that in itself is devastating. Kev has lost his mum unexpectedly. You know, obviously a lot of people were expecting it to be his dad, and even when Kev's been phoning people to say, you know, to let you know that my mum's passed away, they're saying instantly, give my condolences to your mum, and he's saying no, it's not my dad, it's my mum. So that was really unexpected and awful. But the most awful thing was obviously Kev had to break the news to his dad in hospital. And his dad's now been moved hospital. He's doing okay, but we're not sure, obviously, what's going to happen now with that. Because he couldn't be at home without a carer. So it couldn't have been a worse week for Kev, honestly. So as a result of that, like I said, there's paperwork everywhere, all over the dining table, because Kev's sorting out a lot of the financial stuff, and figuring out bills and whatnot, you know. We don't have a funeral date yet because it was a sudden, unexpected death, and she was, it looks like she had a fall at home. So it's gone for an investigation. So there's not going to be any funeral anytime soon. So yeah, that's what's going on. So like I said, it's been a really sad week. I've been looking after Kev and his dad as much as I can. We've, you know, done as much as we can. And yeah, there's not much more to say than that. It's really terribly, terribly sad and really unexpected. I think that's the biggest thing. It's just, you know, just when you think that life is giving you a hint at how it's going to go, it goes left, you know, and it goes completely another way that you weren't expecting at all. Kev's gone back to work today. He's been off for the week and he's gone back today, but he's there in the morning, and then he's off to see his dad in the afternoon and speak to, I don't know, solicitors, GPs. There's a lot to be done. I don't think people realise how much there is to do after somebody dies. Like I spent a lot of time on the computer after Dad died, you know. Anyway, on to the haul. Like I said, I've got about 7 items, I think, here that I bought, and I might even put another order in. So Deciem do a month-long event that is 23% off, rather than doing like what do you call it, the thing in November, Black Friday. Rather than doing Black Friday, they just do what's called Slowvember, and so for the whole of November there is 23% off, and I think that works really well. I think it's a fantastic idea because you've got time to put things in your basket, think about it, you know, decide what you want to order. It's great. It's great that the discount is for the whole of November. There's actually more of a discount on some of these items. I know this I bought was more than 23% off. This is the hydration vaccine that I'm going to show you. So it's definitely worth a look at their website just now. Let me just dig in. So I'm not going to do it in any order, I don't think. I'll just grab things and then throw them on the floor because, like I said, I'm kind of stuck in the living room. The first thing I bought was the Natural Moisturising Factors Plus Beta Glucan. This is one that is very sort of gel-like. That's what it looks like. It's like a gel moisturiser. And I just love the freshness of this. I just think it's really, really beautiful on the skin. I would say that my skin has obviously got drier in the last 6 months because I used to use this or I tried it when it first came out and used it and didn't need anything underneath it, but now I need to put something underneath it. So that could be some kind of oil or some kind of serum, just something hydrating. Otherwise it does make my skin feel a bit tight. If you've got oily skin, you might well love this. I also bought the Natural Moisturising Factors Plus Phytoceramide. So they do 3 of the Natural Moisturising Factors NMF. They do the NMF plus hyaluronic acid, then they do the 1 plus beta glucan, which is more for oily skin, and then they do this one, which I would say is more for dry skin. I didn't realise, or I didn't check, that I just bought the small one, and really I want to buy the bigger one or multiple if they don't do a big one. I'm sure they do. I'm sure last time I bought the larger size. So that's what I'm going to go on and buy. These are all, I should say, all repurchases for me. I've bought nothing new. I think I've tried everything. That's what the this one looks like, and I use this as a neck cream, and so it's great because I can just pop it on my neck throughout the day, and it's just so hydrating. And I think at the moment it's really important for me to hydrate my neck because, you know, obviously my under eyes are showing the signs of aging, and I can feel my neck starting to feel dry. And so now's the time to, like, you know, try and prevent wrinkles as much as I can. And one thing I can do for that is by keeping it hydrated, because I don't tend to use any sort of retinoid products or anything on my neck, mostly because of my fake tan, not because they affect it, you know. Anyway, absolutely love that. And if you've got dry skin, that's great. It's also great as a hand cream, that one. So that's the Natural Moisturising Factors Plus Phytoceramides. And then this is this the final moisturizer? Yeah, I bought this. I love this, have loved this for years. It is the hydration vaccine. Now, it's not one you've probably seen me buy before. I think I did get this from them. I've had things complimentary from Deciem before. These were all bought by me. They haven't sent them to me or even know that I'm doing this video. So I bought all of these, but I've never bought this because the hydration vaccine does come in a smaller size than this tube, but it's in a pot, and I just find it really hard to get out. And there is a spoon that you can buy to go with it, but it's in a jar, and I just don't want that bother. You know, if I buy this, I want to buy it in this tube, and normally I think it's like £70 or something, but I'm sure this was 40 maybe. I'll put the prices on screen anyway, but I just love this. Now, what I should say about it is it's a very unusual feeling product, and it also smells very unusual, but it feels amazing. That's what it looks like. It actually looks like what it smells like to me, which is glue. Glue or paint. That's what it smells like. I know that's not very... You might be like, oh, well, why am I going to buy that if you're saying it smells like that? Because the smell is literally only there for a second, and then I can still smell it. It doesn't last for very long. And I don't hate the smell, you know. It's not like, oh, that's a horrible smell. It just is like, that smells a bit like glue or paint or something. But it goes on, and it's instantly like, I wonder if you can see it in my hands. I'll show you my hands. But it instantly feels like it anti-ages. It feels like it just fills in all of the lines. Yeah, it does. I mean, it does to my eye. Maybe it's just... It does to my eye look as if that's smoother now I've put that on it. But see, when you put it on your face and neck, it just feels like it seals everything in that you've got on underneath it. Although I also use it on its own. It makes your skin feel so soft. It's sunk in, but you can feel this like really, really smooth surface. You know, it's just amazing. And my skin just feels lovely. So I've always loved this, and feel like it's a luxury, and it's such a luxury feeling item that I don't mind the smell, if that makes sense. Then I bought the Granactive Retinoid 2%. Did I buy the 2%? Yeah, because it's the emulsion. I don't like the ones in oil. I think they still do the ones in oil, in squalane. But this is the 2% in emulsion. Is it emulsion? Yes. This is another one I've loved for years. I don't find any effect from this. I don't get any peeling skin or anything. This is probably the mildest of the retinoid group of the retinoids. This is probably the mildest retinoid you can use. It's the Granactive hydroxypynacolone retinoate. And it's just one of those things that, again, I put this on and my skin feels lovely. I could almost use this as a night cream with nothing on top. In fact, I probably could. And the only reason I don't is because it feels like I should put something else on. You know, it's a serum and it's like, oh, well, that's not a night cream, so you need to put something else on. But I keep meaning to just use this and see how long that, like if that lasts all evening, or if I wake up in the night and think, oh my God, my skin feels dry, you know. But when I put it on, it feels like my skin's nice and moisturised. And I always feel like my skin feels really healthy when I use this. So I'm not very often consistent with this. It's just one of those things that I buy here and there, but I do. I bought the Survival 30, which, do you know, I just realised it came with a pump top on it. I think when it first came out, it didn't come with that pump top. You had to buy it separately. Anyway, Survival 30, so it is an SPF 30, which is fine for me during the winter. And I love this. It's one of those things that I love and then I go off it because it's tinted. And it's a funny tint colour. You see that? Which can, I feel like, look a little bit grey. But it doesn't, you know, it rubs out. You know, you can't see the colour on your skin. I put it on my face and I'm like, yeah, I can't see any colour. It's absolutely fine. But it's nice and thin and it's moisturising, but it's not sticky. It makes a nice base for makeup. You know, I really like it. The only thing I don't like I said, is that it's tinted. So I don't really, like, I'll use this and then go, oh yeah, now I need to use it on my neck. And I don't really want to use tinted things on my neck because I often I love white tops, cream tops, and I don't really want anything, you know, that's got a tint in it on my neck, which then means I have to use a separate product on my neck. But I do love this. So I'm currently using this on my face and then I'm just using another SPF on my neck. Let me just show you this because it's going to drop otherwise. This is the FECC, the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate 3 mils. This comes free. You could either choose this or maybe a natural moisturising factors or something like that. But I chose this, and this is amazing, and you only need to use the tiniest amount. That amount there, that tiny little drop will cover 2 eyes, you know. But it's amazing as it feels really kind of silky going on, but it sinks in quite quickly, and there's loads of it, you know, like I said, you only need the tiniest amount. Like this will last a long time. So I'm gonna keep on using this and see if I can see any difference in my eyes. I've used this before, but to be honest, it was before I had some wrinkles, but I didn't have these under eye bags and under eye circles. And so I'm interested to see if it works on that area. It didn't do anything for my wrinkles, to be honest, but I've seen some really good reviews. So I'm interested to see how I get on with that. Then I bought my lactic acid. This is the 10% plus hyaluronic acid. I've used this lactic acid and loved it for many years. I use this on the night before I'm fake tanning, just to kind of take any remnants off and make sure I've got a nice smooth canvas for the next batch of self-tan. And I use this if I've got any sort of dry patches. It just really helps with them. And I also use it around my eye area to prepare for my TCA peel. So it's a very multi-use product and I love it, and it doesn't sting or anything. It just makes my skin feel clearer almost. So I love that, and I'm glad to have another one of those. Then the final item I bought is the Resveratrol and Ferrulic acid. This is a product that, again, I've bought for years. Like I said, these are all repurchases. I just didn't show you on there. I don't think you need to see the lactic acid. You probably don't need to see this, but this is what it looks like. It is an oily feeling product, but it is not like an oil, if that makes any sense at all. It's like an oily serum. So you put it on and you can see it doesn't stay too oily, but it feels really hydrating. It feels a little bit warming, which I love. Not like, it doesn't heat up or anything, but it just feels a little bit warming. And I just love the feel of this. And I love using this in the morning, you know, kind of a vitamin C, this, and then SPF is perfect. Yeah, there's not much more else to say than that. I know that it's a good ingredient for my skin. My skin feels better when I use it. It feels more hydrated and I really enjoy it. And I go through phases of just using an SPF and just using a night cream, you know, and not really being bothered to use much else. And I think I've been in that phase for a while now because, you know, the migraines have been so terrible. But more recently, I've started getting a bit more of an interest again in, okay, let's see if I can go back to paying more attention to my skin, because I am having a little bit of a breakthrough in the whole migraine thing. So yeah, love that. So I'm definitely going to go on and buy another one of these natural moisturising factor plus phytoceramides, because like I said, I didn't realise I got the little bottle of that, and I love that, absolutely love it. So that's everything that I bought from The Ordinary. Like I said, this goes on for the whole of November, so I will try and get this video up as soon as I can. I will tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation in number 5. I've got on the iconic blush in Fearless Flush. It's the liquid one. On my lips is a Jaclyn Hill Cross Morphe lipstick called Sweetheart. On my eyes is the Urban Decay Naked, you know, the little palettes, the matte ones. That's everything, I think. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.